Good morning. My name is Adam, and I'm glad to be with you today at Sunday Live Dharma. For me, classes are just starting to end, and my school gets out in just a few weeks, meaning that I get to be on summer vacation soon. Today, Reverend Won Buddhist is going to share her Dharma Talk titled, What Do Cicadas Chant? Let us begin by reciting the Truth of Ilwan's song on page 12. Ilwan, one circle is the original source of all things in the universe, the mind field of all the Buddhas and sages, and the original nature of all sentient beings, the realm where there is no discrimination regarding great and small, being and non-being, the realm where there is no change amid arising and ceasing, coming and going, the realm where wholesome and unwholesome karmic consequences have ceased, the realm where language, names, and signs are utterly void. Through the light of the void and calm, luminous awareness, the discrimination regarding great and small, being and non-being appears, whereupon the distinction between wholesome and unwholesome karmic consequences comes into being. Language, names, and signs also become obvious, so that the triple worlds in 10 directions appear like a jewel in hand. Thus, the creative transformations of true voidness and marvelous existence freely conceal and reveal themselves through all things in the universe, throughout vast eons without beginning. This is the truth of Ilwan's song. Now, please stand up behind your mats and let's join in peaceful relaxation Qi Gong movements led by Rebecca.
Good morning. Make sure you have enough room to the side so you don't necessarily hit your neighbor. And let's start today with feet shoulder width apart and just work on finding our center of balance, which is generally a little below your navel. And you could put your hand here if that's helpful. And a little rock back and forth to find that center, as if you're on a boat or a train, and you're not holding on to anything. Good. Bent knees are fine if you want to go farther, or you can just do little one. But the idea is to find the center of balance. Good. All right. Start with the breathing in and out. In, out. Now up, over your head, and down. Let's do that 2 more times. Good. Little stretch out, flat back, bend over, grab the energy ball. Slowly bring it up, over your head, and down. Let's do that 2 more times. Wonderful. Now let's give our joints a little bit of loosening up, getting ready for meditation. Start with ankles in a circle. And the other way. Maybe bend your toes a little bit if that feels good. Okay, other side. Other way. Okay, great. So let's move up to knees, warm our hands a little bit, give them some extra care. And a little rubbing, and then let's do knees in a circle. You can go faster than this if you wish, or slower. And let's go the other way. All right, moving up to the waist in a circle. Keeping our torso relatively steady while the waist is moving in a circle that is horizontal to the earth. I had to think about that. Good, great. Shoulders. Give yourself a little back bend if it feels good. Open up the chest. All right, let's go the other way. I hear lots of popping in me. I don't know about you guys. All right, okay. Head, neck. Again, you can just go in a circle as you wish. I usually do half circles because it feels better. And just feel free to hang out in a place if it needs a little more attention. Excellent. All right, let's do a little Tai Chi. We'll do, what am I doing? Oh yeah. If I turn sideways, I get mixed up. All right, breathe in and out. One hand back, keep the other one forward. Look at the back hand, flip it over. Flip over the other hand. Fold at the elbow and watch your hand slip over the other one. Same on the other side. And keep in mind this whole time the idea is to be balanced so that when you're here, you're fairly close to your center of balance. You're not too high or too low. Good. Now here's the hard part. Let's do it as slowly as possible. We'll just do 2. Do it slowly and pay attention to each section. And your breathing, don't forget to breathe. Okay. hands up, palms together. Thank you. Now join us in 4 bows to Dharmakaya Buddha.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite source of marvelous existence. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, embracing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us to develop justice and freedom through Dharma and universal principles. Meditation is simple and easy. Please take time to find your most comfortable position. Wiggle to release any tension you are holding. Gently rock back and forth until you feel balanced and centered. Relax your body, relax your mind. Breathe in deeply and release your breath fully. Let your mind settle on your lower belly. This is the home of your Tanjan, your Qi energy center. Abide in your Danjan and focus your breath here. As your mind and body settles, gradually and gently straighten your spine. As you do, you may feel your chest and heart opening. Look straight ahead and then let your eyelids relax. Softly align your ears with your shoulders and let your shoulders melt downwards. Enjoy the sensation of your arms and hands relaxing. If your face or body begins to itch, simply let the itching pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change your position very slowly and quietly to honor your practice and the silent practice of those near you. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed or play with them. When left alone, they will simply disappear. Continue to bring your awareness back to your danjan and breathe. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. As we meditate, may our ever calm, ever bright spirit be with us.
Prayer Chant Yeongju. Page 4. 천지 영기 하심정 만사여에 하심통 천지여와 동일체 아여 천지 동심정. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth.
Prayer for world peace.
Grace of heaven and earth,
grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from both conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness. living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts.
원하옵니다. 원하옵니다. 간절히 간절히 원하옵니다. 내 손길 닿는 곳 내가 길 머무는 곳 내 음성 말해주는 곳 내 마음 향하는 곳마다 우리 모두 다 함께 우리 모두 다 함께 성구제주 인연이 되어지다.
I wish and pray, sincerely and truly, where my hands touch the world, where my feet walk on the earth, where my voice echoes through the hills, and in all realms where my heart and mind reach, that we all together share a true affinity for attaining great enlightenment and for helping all living beings.
Sutra chanting.
Yolong Song Vow, page 9. Yolong Song Vow. Yolong is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and laws, the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. Ilwan manifests as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence. Ilwan unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is, viewed as impermanence. Ilwan unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the four forms of birth, we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing with grace, arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Ilwan Song, the Dharmakaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing.
blessing and receiving grace rather than harm until we attain the great empowerment of Il One and become one with the nature of Il One.
This morning, Reverend Won Gong will share her seasonal and timely Dharma talk, What Do Cicadas Chant? Let us practice deep listening as we welcome Reverend Won Gong.
It's a cicada chanting outside. Dear friends, have you been enjoying the sound of cicadas? Yes. A lot of nodding. Here in our temple garden, we have been hearing the sound. In Korean, we express the cicada sound as meh, 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 meh. The ongoing reverberating sounds of cicadas may be considered amusing and fascinating, or challenging and irritating to our human ears. All things are the mind's creation. Sometimes I mistake the sounds of the cicadas for distant machinery or the HVAC. Sometimes the cicadas sound like a sizzling frying pan or the steam pulsing from our rice cooker. In our garden, I noticed dry malted cicada shells all over the place, especially on the trees. This year, in the eastern half of the United States, 2 different breeds, one that comes out every 11 years and the other every 17 years, have overlapped. Trillions of cicadas are having a big party. Wow, over 100 times more cicadas than human beings on this planet. As you may know, cicadas spend most of their lives up to 17 years burrowing underground as nymphs, getting nourishment from tree roots. Cicadas are patient, very patient, probably without any idea of patience or impatience. When their underground lives end, the cicadas emerge above ground at the sunset, climb the trunks of nearby trees, and shed their skins. Then they live for 3 to 4 weeks. After mating, female cicadas lay their eggs in the branches of trees. 6 weeks later, the nymphs hatch, fall to the ground, then burrow into it, and the cycle starts all over again. Think about the nutrition the trees provide for cicadas, and also about the natural compost provided by the deceased cicada bodies. The collaboration between trees and cicadas illustrates the truth of interconnectedness. Cicadas also demonstrate the truth of numinous awareness. They don't have a calendar or an alarm clock, so we wonder how they know when it is time to come out of the ground. Numinous awareness. Above ground, cicadas seem to have a daily routine. They respect our 6:30 a.m. meditation by not making any noise early in the morning. I usually hear them singing from 9 a.m. until around 7 p.m. They seem to know when to be active with their singing and when to retreat all together as one community. Our teachers say that all sentient beings have numinous awareness. Whether they are two-legged or four-legged or crawling or flying insects, all forms of life share the natural intelligence of the universe, numinous awareness. Trees and plants also have numinous awareness. They know when to bloom, when to grow, and when to drop leaves. The second head Dharma master of Won Buddhism, Master Chant, said, all things in the universe are composed of numinosity, Qi energy, and matter. He continued, numinosity, the original essence of all things, is that nature which is eternal and free from cessation. Qi energy, the life force of all things, is the power that animates living beings. Matter, the substance of all things, refers to their physical form. Here is a funny imaginary conversation between a human and a cicada. The human asks the cicada, why do you spend so many years underground and come out and die so quickly? The cicada replies, why do humans spend their entire lives above ground, but only go underground when they die? Scientists agree that the most likely reason cicadas spend so many years underground is to avoid predators. By coming to the surface in such large numbers, many cicadas get eaten, but many survive. They synchronize their long schedules and emerge simultaneously. Through this inborn coping tactic, they maintain their lineage from generation to generation. working together. They survive together through their collective communal way. As human beings, should we pay attention to the way of cicadas? Cicadas dedicate their entire lives to the next generations. Their devotion to offspring reminds me of the 7-generation principle held by Iroquois Indians, that actions made today should result in a sustainable world for 7 generations to come. Are you dedicating your life to coming generations? Parents always think about their children and what they will inherit after the parents are gone. I'm often asked by temple friends, what is your vision for this temple, Reverend Won Gong? For me, the life of this temple is like my child. Like a parent, I ask myself, what will this temple inherit from me? Deep down in my heart, I hope this temple develops into a long-established community. I hope it sustains itself after the current generation is gone. So the legacy of our Won Buddhism practice community continues. What do cicadas chant? Have you ever considered what the cicadas might be saying? In Islamic teachings, it is told that all things in the universe, both great and small, raise their voices and sounds in unending remembrance of the Creator. Subhan Allah, filling the infinite universe with praise. When hearing a single cicada chant, it is weak and tiny, but when cicadas chant together, they become a magnificent chorus. They sound like the cool breeze coming and going. They sound like ocean waves ebbing and flowing. So, shall we all chant together like a cicada? That is so cool. Early in the summer, who starts the first note of the cicada chorus? Who sings the last note at summer's end? We never notice the first note or the last note. We just suddenly become aware of a full chorus. In this sense, no beginning, no ending, just singing. In the cycle of the cicada's life, generation after generation, no beginning, no ending, no birth, no death, just one continuation. In the chapter, Sending on Spirits in Transition, our founding teacher said, both sentient and insentient beings in this world all possess the element of life, and nothing is completely annihilated, but merely goes through a change of a form. All things in the universe sustain endless lives through the principle of neither arising nor ceasing. Egg stages, nymph stages, adult stage, death and decomposing stage, all these stages represent a journey of transformation. Dear friends, what stages mark your journey of transformation? Are you aware of your own numinous awareness, your own interconnectedness, and your own place in the infinite cycle of life? Douglas Pennick, writing on the departure of a beloved brother, said, "In this world where everyone dies, where every song ends, where every achievement is undone, where every treasure is lost, all of us are left behind. All of us leave. But everywhere and always there is the hum of continuing. Though always incomplete, always there is the sound of love, forever and at the core unfinished." End of quote. Cicadas' lives above the ground are short, but even if they die tomorrow, their chanting sounds today are full of life. Despite impending death, cicadas chant to one another and to the world, finding contentment in the present moment, appreciating fleeting joys in the circle of life and time. May we also appreciate the fleeting joys of now and today. Happy summer.
Thank you, Reverend Won Gong, for that really insightful talk. I think in that biology lesson, the next time I'm dive bombed by a cicada, I will pause to reflect on all the gifts that they bring us. It's kind of a miracle that, you know, they're coming out, the 11-year and 17-year are coming out right now, and why we don't have t-shirts to commemorate that like we commemorate the lunar eclipse. And it makes me think about the numinous awareness and, you know, how do I know when it's time to be active and how it's time to rest? What can I learn from cicadas? So, friends at home, in the next few minutes, you're welcome to share your takeaways in the chat or quietly contemplate Reverend Won Gong's reflections. And friends here in the Dharma Hall, please turn to your friend next to you and share your thoughts and takeaways from the Reverend Won Gong sharing.
I guess all the cicadas have, their ears are burning now because we talk about Reverend Chant, who is another Reverend Temple, right now he's visiting his family in Korea. He'll return in a week. This morning, our gracious meditation teachers, Holly and Pat, are leading children's meditation. Children's summer camps in June is coming up. There are still spots available. I need your help. Please recommend these wonderful camps to your friends, neighbors, and family. We have about almost close to 20. We like to have at least 20 children. Then in that way, we have a kind of full, complete energy together. Henry, would you come over here for a second? It's nice to have you back here. Henry, you were in our children's camps before.
Yeah.
Wow, now you're all grown up so much. Come over, but you are now taller than I am. How have you been?
I've been doing well. It took a little break from coming here, but came back with my mom today, and I'm just enjoying meditation. So happy to be here.
Wonderful. How old are you now?
I'm 15. I turned 16 in about a month.
Already? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember how young, how little you were when you came to the temple.
First time,
Yeah.
I think it was single digits, probably 8 or 9. pretty crazy.
You are the one of the cutest kids. You are still cute.
Thank you. Yes.
What do you remember? Anything you remember from children's camps when you were that young?
I remember my favorite parts was doing a lying down meditation and taking complimentary naps. I remember the tea ceremony was always really fun. Being able to, try whatever tea we had here. So
Yeah.
I miss that. Hopefully I can come back in the next few years as a mentor.
Yeah, you can come help us as a mentor, but also you can come to our now teen retreat. We don't call teen camp anymore.
Okay.
We call teen retreat.
Yeah.
So good to have you. So you heard from Henry. Please actively promote some. We have a couple of spots for children's camp. Take these flyers and hang in your neighbor bulletin board or Weaver Street Market at the end there. Any other announcement do you have?
Why, yes. Thank you all for practicing with us today, both here in the temple and our online friends as well. For you online with far-flung places, it's a beautiful day in Chapel Hill, so we wish you were here with us, but glad to have you online and glad to have every one of you here too. I am so grateful for the Dharma Talk on the Tao of cicadas. When they first started coming out, I thought, it was just magical and mysterious and wondrous, And then I found myself like a week later complaining about the noise. So you've brought me back to the concept of numinous awareness, and I'm going to hang on to that. So it was a wonderful talk. Let's see, right after this morning's service, the young adults are going to meet here in the Dharma Hall for their monthly gathering of reflection and sharing. For a double dose of practice, you are invited to come to our Raleigh temple. That's at 4 o'clock this afternoon, every Sunday afternoon, for more meditation and sharing. If you haven't been to the Raleigh temple, it's really quite lovely. It's located near Falls Lake, and it's on a very quiet paved road and nestled in a lovely forested area with paths through the forest. So really check that out. And for no better time than 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow, we are having a very special event, our annual Meditate-a-thon, and RuPaul will share some more about this special event.
Thanks, Patty. Yes, so tomorrow is our annual Meditate-a-thon, which is a day of silence and a day of peace. So tomorrow we'll start at 10 o'clock in the morning here in the Dharma Hall with prayers to honor all those who have and are sacrificing their lives for the greater good of humanity. Then, starting at 10:30, 25-minute silent meditation sessions will be offered every half hour until 5 p.m. So they start on the hour and every half hour with a 5-minute transition period just before, so 5 till and 25 minutes after. As a part of the special event this year, our temple will accept donations to 2 causes: to help flood victims in Brazil and for the World Central Kitchen, which is an organization that provides food to people in crisis worldwide. So there's 3 ways to participate in tomorrow. The first is you can go online and check out our website and sign up for a 25-minute silent meditation session. Signing up isn't required, but encouraged. And when you arrive, please drive quietly, mindfully, along their gravel road, park, come inside, and wait in noble silence for the 5-minute transition period. Once you arrive, you're welcome to stay for multiple sessions or come back. Secondly, you can sign up for a meditative session and offer a donation to the temple with a comment of Meditathon. And lastly, you can just participate by offering a donation alone. And if you're in the community email group, you'll get some details by email, or I'll just refer you to the website if you have more questions.
Thank you, Rupal. Well, I hope each of you will consider coming tomorrow. It really is quite a special day, kind of unlike any other thing we do. Its simplicity and its quietness is really quite lovely. So think about finding some time in your day tomorrow. Our temple garden is looking beautiful thanks to all of you and your caring hands. Touching dirt and nurturing plants are forms of meditation. So please let Reverend Won Gong know if you can help. Even 30 minutes, even 5 minutes makes a big difference. Now let us turn to page 13 and bless each other with our morning prayer song.
Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind, may I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world.
We say thank you in Korean. How do you say? Do you remember?
감사합니다.
Very good. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. And waving to our friends online. 감사합니다. Happy Memorial Day. Come meditate with us.